Episode 2, Derivatives. Before we begin learning about options, we need to know what derivatives are. Derivatives are financial instruments whose value is derived from the value of an underlying asset. An underlying asset can be anything, such as stocks, commodities, currencies, bonds, or even cryptocurrency. Derivatives should have three things in common. First, the price of the derivative should be correlated with the price of the underlying asset. It should go up and down as the price of the underlying asset does. Second, it should require very little investment compared to other types of contracts. Lastly, it should have a settlement date, meaning that it needs to be settled in the future.
Derivatives share some common features. Firstly, there must always be a buyer and a seller. These buyers and sellers are referred to as counterparties. They can be individuals or liquidity providers. All derivative contracts must include an expiration date, and the contract should expire on that date. Some derivatives require an initial payment, while others do not. Additionally, derivatives involve some form of leverage, which can be quite high, but is typically less than 5. It is important to understand that derivatives represent zero-sum games, meaning that every dollar from your pocket goes to someone else's pocket, and vice versa. All derivatives fall into two categories: option-based contracts and forward-based contracts. Option-based contracts give the buyer the right to buy or sell an underlying asset at a specific price at a future date. For example, a call option gives the buyer the right to buy an underlying asset at a specific price in the future, while a put option gives the buyer the right to sell it at a specific time in the future. As opposed to options, forward contracts obligate both buyers and sellers to buy and sell the underlying asset at an agreed-upon price at a later date. There are three main differences between option-based contracts and forward-based contracts. First, option contracts give the holder the right to buy and sell an underlying asset. However, forward contracts obligate both buyers and sellers to act. The second difference is the relationship between the contract's price and the underlying asset's price. Forward contracts change dollar for dollar with the change in the price of an underlying asset, while options are nonlinear, meaning the price of the option contract does not necessarily change dollar for dollar with the underlying asset price. The last difference is that options contracts provide the right but not the obligation, so they come with a fee called a premium, whereas forward contracts don't have any contract fees.
Derivatives provide multiple opportunities for traders and investors. One is hedging and risk management, which is well beyond the scope of this course. However, we will discuss option risk management techniques, such as protective puts later down the road. The second opportunity is cost reduction, mainly for interest swaps. Entering and exiting domestic and international markets is relatively easy because there are no hefty administrative fees. The last use, primarily adopted by portfolio managers, is generating yield income with covered calls. In summary, the two main uses of derivatives are risk management and speculation regarding the direction of movement. Thank you very much for watching the second video, and see you in the next one.